I don't know if I'm gonna add this to our little vlog. I'll think about it later. Be like, we took a break because like Nas was hot. It was like what 90 something, past 98.
No, it was 89, but like
It wasn't 90. It was 89. Okay.
well, for it to jump from it being like consistently in the 50s and 60s to suddenly practically 90 is a lot.
Yeah, we weren't prepared for it. I didn't wear like the right clothes.
Okay.
Well, you should wear sandals.
Because he's not wearing sandals, that's why.
Yeah,
that's it. That's the only thing.
That's fucking hot. But yeah, it was like uncomfortable and like I actually got dizzy. And we're like, fuck this, let's go watch a movie. And that's what we did. We came like it was nearby in AMC and we saw Covenant by Guy Ritchie, directed by Guy Ritchie, and written by Guy Ritchie.
And produced by
Guy Ritchie. I did a movie review about him when like the last movie we saw, like Special Falcon or whatever.
Yeah.
And like I kept repeating his name often, so inside joke. But
okay, so
that was a good movie, huh?
So it's fuck.
That was a good movie. That was a really good movie.
So as you guys probably know, I love horror movies. This movie was not a horror movie. Way more intense than any horror movie. Like I typically don't. It's a war movie, and I don't typically watch war movies because of the fact that like it's too real and I've never been in the service. Hats off, salute to those who have, thank you for that. I have family who has been, friends who have been, and it conjures up a lot of emotion for me when I watch really intense scenes, and there was very intense scenes in this movie, and I almost walked out, actually.
Really?
Yeah. I feel emotional even like thinking about it, because it just bothers me, because it's really intense and it's really real, and these things happen, and it fucked what happens to these soldiers after. So yeah, it's just a lot.
The cool thing about this movie is like, we watch horror movies, and for the most part, like the entertainment value in those movies are just like the visuals, people being like, blood and gore and shit like that, right? It's just like the shock value. But this movie didn't have that, but it was more of like they did a good job with working with like the male emotion that I don't think most movies can do, actually. Like that bond, like. I don't know, I kind of joke with my girlfriend that we men have like a silent language, right? Which we do. We could just look at each other, nod, and then we know what we're thinking. One of those things. But the whole premises of this story is simply that like, it's in Afghanistan. After like the 9/11 happened, and like soldiers, they couldn't speak the language, so they actually got like locals to be translators, right? So this guy, he had a translator that basically saved him. Walked across the desert and all that shit, and basically the American soldier got sent back home, but like his translator got stuck, so he just goes back and helps him, right? That's pretty much like the overall story, There isn't really no spoilers in that shit. The way how he goes through it, pretty much like the overall filming, Guy Ritchie did a really fucking good job of like setting the tone, the emotion, like the camera work that he used.
Yeah, he really did. I was really impressed. Throughout the whole movie, I kept thinking like I really like the way that he films, and that he does certain shots and angles and everything, and let me tell you, like Jake Gyllenhaal is one of the stars of the movies, and he did a fucking amazing job. And his name escapes my brain right now.
I'll post this picture
but
here.
They both were just so great in it, like fuck the Oscars, but Oscar worthy like performances.
Yeah,
like
this
they
was a
were
really good movie.
Really, really, really good.
I mean,
now we need something really lighthearted, because like
we're going back to Knots.
God damn it.
Yeah, that was pretty intense. Like, it was just very uneasy. Like, the constantly being under pressure, like the stress, and then being chased by the Taliban and all that shit. Because, I think for the most part, most people know how dangerous, the Taliban are with their underground, black market videos that they do the torture and all that shit. So, I mean, yeah, it's no joke. You don't want to get caught by these fuckers. And like, yeah, it was just like, yeah, it was good. It was really good. I don't know how else to say it. I mean, like, I don't want to get out too much. I mean, I already told you the main storyline. I mean, I don't think I really spoiled anything with that. I mean, like, that's just the storyline, He's trying to keep his word to help this guy. And like the way, how he does it, it's just like, yeah, it's good. But it's actually a good emotional roller coaster. Holy fuck. I was kind of like whatever about this movie, to be honest, because, I'm used to watching his other shit, Guy Ritchie's movies, where it's just like all jokes and like, banter and, dark humor shit. But like, yeah, this movie was stressful the whole time. It was good. It was really good. But anyways, I think it's cool enough. We're going to head back to Knott's so we can go hug Snoopy so he can feel better. Because Yeah, that was a good movie. Really good job. Guy Ritchie. Good job. He gets a nod. The male nod. You can do it too. No, there's like a weird it's very subtle. Anyways, thanks for watching. Peace.
Toodaloo!